So one of the first things I need to do is I need to establish a shoulder grip and a ear grip, okay? It's not really an ear grip, I'm not grabbing onto his ear. Please don't Mike Tyson anybody, but I wanna grab onto the back side of their jawline. I wanna push and have some pressure going in here. I wanna grab onto that shoulder bone too, right here, and just make sure I'm keeping positive control of everything. If you notice, I kind of switch my legs up and I sit pretty on both sides, or sit like a lady. It doesn't really matter, whichever one you want. And what I want to do here though is my goal is to push him down and get my weight to where I can push this head out enough that he feels more enticed to pull his arm out. I want it not completely away from me, but I want it to be spaced out. I don't want it to have my head resting on top of his arm. I want to take my leg around, and it's going to be pretty much a bullshit armbar attack, okay? But when he goes to pull the arm out, I'm going to slide my knee onto the inside, and now we're into the beginnings of that Scarecrow attack. So he pulled his arm out, leaving that weight up because he had to lift up to get that arm out. And when that happened, I used the space to slide this in. So when he had his arm in here, right? To get this out, he had to lift up slightly. When he lifts up, my leg slides through. Once we're here, we're in that Scarecrow position. Well, like before, all that's gonna happen is I'm going to shift my hips to where I kind of use my shin bone down that way to turn my angle. Okay, once I turn my angle, I'm gonna pull the leg out, put both legs on top of it. I'm gonna use my hamstring muscle right here to pick my butt up in the air and send the other leg high. Once that happens, I feed it down and I kick into his armpit, and that's where the attack starts. From here, you can hit the Kimuras and start to lock them up like so. You can start working to gather up this other arm, and you'll end up getting a really nasty shoulder tap. Nice. You can start working to grab onto the wrist and hit arm bars or Americanas, Kimuras. There's all sorts of options here. Just know this is how I like to hit that side control position and transition into the Scarecrow.